きらめく涙は星に流れ行き願い運ぶ立ち止まりそうな僕突き動かす希望きらめく涙は星に風に乗り空を飾る月明かり雲に途切れても僕を照らす Okay, listen. I know we have a climactic battle up ahead, and I was gonna get to it, but there were a lot of Noble Phantasm and true name reveals last time, and I would like to get through those. Because that's some stuff, you know? So, Yamato Takeru. This is all... here we go. This is the one. The Tragic Prince. Saber's true identity is Yamato Takeru, the legendary hero, tragic prince, and conqueror of many lands throughout ancient Japan. Outcast by his family, friendless, and bereft of his beloved wife, Takeru slaughtered people, kings, and even gods as he continued along his path. After his long journey of conquest, his loneliness growing with each battle, Yamato Takeru's spirit became a white swan, soaring through the heavens. Yeah, that was a whole thing where after he died, he just became a bird and flew away. As a heroic spirit, Yamato Takeru was granted the protection of water and controls watery torrents. He also wields the Noble Phantasm, Sword of Heaven, Ame no Murakumo no Tsurugi, an aspect of the divine sword that emerged from a great serpent's tail. After fighting in a multitude of battles, he became determined to destroy the waxing moon. So, I have been out of the loop in FGO for a while. The last time I played, and by the way, I originally played on the Japanese server, so I was a little bit ahead of the English server until I stopped. I left off at Ooku. So I don't remember, I'm like 4 lost belts behind in terms of what I know, and even then I didn't know too much because I was depending on translations. But turns out Ibuki Doji, who is both a, I guess, form of Shuten Doji and also an aspect of Yamato no Orochi, has the Ame no Murakumo no Tsurugi as her weapon. It looks similar to what Yamato Takeru is carrying when unsealed, but still different enough. But definitely, you know, it existed. So, I guess I was wrong about the sword not appearing in any Fate media yet. However, the, you know, most known wielder of it, Yamato Takeru, had not appeared yet. And here he... they? Is. Oh, it says he. Here we go. So let's toggle explanation. It still says gender question mark though. So, whatever. Anyway, he's got 3 Noble Phantasms. Divine Water, which is a water version of Invisible Air. There's the technique where he unleashes a Water Orochi attack. And then the sword itself, which is, you know, Japanese Excalibur. Noble Phantasm EX. Now we know, and of course it would be EX, because it's the regalia of Japan. Anti-Magic A, highest rank, negates all spells equivalent to rank A or lower, and yet still got possessed by Tsuchimikado's mind control. As such, mages of its age cannot possibly cause any damage, but they can control minds. Riding, sabers do have riding despite rider existing, and they tend to have it in pretty high ranks. Ability to expertly ride mounts. It enables the user to freely control all beasts other than those of divine or phantasmal rank. Yeah, it takes a special riding rank, which is why it's crazy that Ushigozen was able to take over the summoned Orochi by Assassin. Because, by all means, a normal riding rank should not be able to mount that and take control of it. So, I noted that, and it was very special. Divinity possesses divinity, of a very, very minor rank, but yes. Minamoto no Raiko. Yeah, unless Ushigozen, there we go. Yeah, so assumedly... Oh, I mean, technically they are still the same person. It's just that Ushigozen is the awakened Oni blood. Well, they'll probably explain. Let me see. It turned out that Rider turning against Shosetsu was merely a ploy to outwit Tsuchimikado and steal the Waxing Moon's vessel. Rider was an exception capable of resisting Tsuchimikado's spell, much like the boss of Babylonia and Kirke. But anyway, I like how it lists 200 centimeters. She's very tall, when in reality, that's just the armor. Which is funny because regular Raiko is in fact very tall, but she's also much older. So this is like Raiko Lily, I suppose. Anyway, there we go. Yeah, riding EX. Ability to expertly ride mounts, an atypical skill. It allows the user to ride even massive divine beasts, hence taking over Orochi. Anti-magic B. Madness enhancement. This is why you're also crazy. Because you have madness enhancement in addition to being a rider. There are like at least 3 that have madness enhancement in this Skrill War, and 2 of which are actually berserkers, and then you. But Ushigozen, 152 centimeters. That is very different from the 200. And 39 kilograms. I guess the armor is like 12 kilograms? 11. Either way. All the stats are the same there. Riding EX. Divine Manifestation. Yeah, these skills were hidden before. A similar yet distinct skill to those used by ogres. It is a composite of skills like Divinity, Morph. Is Morph supposed to be like, the Innocent Monster skill? Or something equivalent? Innocent Monster is basically, they take on monstrous traits because of the perception in the past. Elizabeth Bathory has it, among others. That's where I know it, at least. Now, Morph, I think, is different. It's weird, because you're dealing with a whole bunch of translations, like, across media, so it's like, they don't all use the same terminology, and it gets all mixed up. So I need the Japanese for that. And Monstrous Strength. When manifested as a separate entity from Raiko in life, she still looked just like her other self. In this work, however, the skill caused her physical appearance to change. In this work or in this Skrill War. But yeah, so she is basically taking on the appearance of Raiko Lily, as opposed to the Raiko we know from FGO. Very cool. Explanation here. Oh, the Maid of Orleans ? The Crimson Codex revealed Lance's true name to be Jeanne d'Arc, and she was born in a French farming village and joined the battle against England as the girl who heard the voice of God. Though she achieved many great things in the course of only 2 years, she was ultimately arrested, tried, and burned at the stake. The Crimson Codex claims that she is currently somewhat different from the girl he once knew. Yeah, because she's all altered. Hopefully we'll find out about that. She's actually still in this war. She's a Lancer that made it to the end. Explanation. Oops. Ha. The Edge of Destruction. Oh, that's just the story that happened. Yeah. Caster. I still know nothing about him. He exists. Assassin. Actually, he doesn't exist anymore. That's sort of the problem. Same with Assassin. At least I have his stats, and he has Luck EX. Which is probably part of what allows him to resist Tsuchimikado's spell, even though he chose not to. Musashi. Huh, we only have the one entry. We got everything else, though. Oh, yes. So, I, again, played in Japanese, didn't catch this. On Arorikya Sowaka is the same name of the Noble Phantasm that Tomoe Gozen uses. Granted, the kanji use is different. But he tried to use this earlier against Jeanne. Had I remembered what Tomoe Gozen's Noble Phantasm was, I would have caught on to that. But I didn't remember it. Also, hers is very, very different. Because she, using her Oni strength, she grabs the enemy, hurls them to the sky, and then shoots them with a sun-infused arrow. Which is very different from his sun-powered charge. Again, same name, but different underlying kanji. He has independent action, destroying the evil ogre. Rogue Saber came to assist Iori and Saber, who was struggling in combat against the divine being controlled by Ushigozen. His Noble Phantasm, On Arorikya Sowaka, gave Iori and Saber the chance to turn the tide. Ushigozen ultimately fell to the Saber's blade. Having continued to fight for so long while separated from his spirit font, Rogue Saber finally became unable to maintain his spirit origin. Upon seeing Ushigozan's defeat with his own eyes, he faded from— Oh, he did disappear? Man! Oh, he's gone from the rest of the brute. Asahi Shogun. Rogue Saber's true name is Kiso Yoshinaka, the hero who defeated the Taira clan's forces at the Battle of Kurikara and the conqueror of the Hokuriku region. Oh, also, Ushiwakamaru is connected to Yoshinaka and Tomoe, and I totally forgot about that. Whereas, Yoshitsune. Ushiwakamaru is young Yoshitsune. So, let's see. He did well in climbing the ranks, even being asked by former emperor to guard the capital, but was ultimately defeated by Minamoto Noriyori and Minamoto Yoshitsune, who were under orders from their brother, Minamoto Yoritomo. After fighting in countless battles, his wife, Tomoe Gozen, by his side, he had her removed from his forces at the end so that she might survive, and then died at the Battle of Awazu. Right, he basically said, no, I'm probably gonna die, you don't have to. So you can go live and raise our kid. Tomoe Gozen had ogre blood in her veins, though not the savage kind. Rather, she was descended from good ogres who revered the peace and harmony. It was precisely because of his love for his wife's good nature that he detested and sought to slay the evil ogre who was operating from the shadows in Edo. Dude loved his wife. All 3 of them. He had 3 wives. Granted, Tomoe and one other wife were his childhood friends, and then he married a 3rd one. So, you know, dude was living the life, apparently. He cleared 2 childhood friend routes. Like, most harem protagonists can barely do that. Unless they're, like, forced to in an anime adaptation. And even then, it's usually not the best route. But this dude here, he did it. Twice. In one save file. So, yeah. He's a cool dude. Hey, Yoshinaka, before you head back to the Throne of Heroes, do you want to stop by Chaldea? Or I guess they're in the Shadow Border now. Either way, go to the Grand Orders and meet up with your wife, okay? You guys need to be happy for a bit. Go play games. It'll be great. I feel like Yoshinaka would be the type who isn't good at games, but he'd play them just to humor Tomoe, and they'd just be really happy together, and I want that. I want that badly. I need it. Inject it straight into my veins. Please. Nothing new there. Rogue Archer, I have no info on him, and he was controlled. Kukulin, Hound of Kulon. His true name, Kukulin, is a great hero in Celtic mythology and wielder of the magical spear Gaebolg, which boasts frightening power and accuracy. He asked Iori and Saber for a serious bout, and he seemed very satisfied with the result. For revealing his true name, he promises total cooperation and assistance going forward. His original name was Setanta, but then he killed Kulon's dog because he was a rambunctious youth. And he's like, listen, sorry about that. Take your hound's pups and raise them up to be guard dogs. In the meantime, I'll be your guard dog. Which is why he is the Hound of Kulon. Kukulon. And then he went on to do other things. Skatha is involved. Fergus was involved. Aife was involved. There's a lot of it. Celtic mythology is really cool. Kukulin in particular is... He is, like, an anime protagonist. Through and through. But, like, in Celtic mythology. It's crazy. He's great. Also, in Fate, he's sort of just the bro. Like, in Japan, they call him Aniki. He's just the bro. He's also the most competent jobber. In, like, every Fate route, in Fate Stay Night, in, like, every route, he gets screwed. And it's awful, but we all love him because he's great. So I'm glad he's doing better here. He also gets a pretty good gig in Fate Extra. Tamo Arya. At some point, Tamo Arya and Ogasawara Kaya became close friends. It also seems that Kaya has a good grasp on what it is that she wants. Might be that, since both are in the blossom of their youth, they're very in tune with one another. Yeah, sure. Nothing there. I like how it lists both as Affinitic and Noble Phantasm, because they don't have the kanji for the different names. How do you not have more class skills? You don't have battle continuation? Or is that what the rally skill is now? I forget if they changed the name in, like, official localizations. I still know it as battle continuation, though. What else do he usually have? He has anti-magic. Oh, and protection from wind. No. Yeah, protection from... No. Assassin in Fate Stay Night had protection from wind. He had protection from arrows. So he actually had, like, invincibility against projectiles. You could shoot arrows, you could throw knives at him, and they just would get blown away. He doesn't have that, though. Also in FGO, it's his dodge skill. Li Xuan, no second strike. Do you get to tell me about him? There we go. His true name is Li Xuan, a legendary master of the martial art Bajikuan, who lived in a time several hundred years after the Waxing Moon ritual. Yeah. He was born in like 1980 something? Maybe even early 90s. No, I think it was late 80s. Still, dude is born 200 years later. No one will know him. He has such a crazy advantage because no one will recognize him for a while. During matches he fought in his former life, no matter how small the blow he managed to land on an opponent, they would wind up dead. This led to being heralded as a martial artist who had never had to strike the same man twice. Not long after materializing in this world, he was ordered to await Iori and Saber's arrival to Kanda by the girl who hired him, Yui Shosetsu. After their second fight, he recognized Iori, Saber, and Resolve, and pointed them in the direction of Sensoji, where Shosetsu was waiting. It's funny, he appears here as his old man form, but chronologically, he is the youngest one here, because he is not yet born. Crazy. Yeah. Samson. Highly valuing Iori's undaunted endeavors, he urged Iori to enter his service. After being refused, he pressed harder only for Iori to narrowly escape his clutches. Had Iori accepted his proposal, would the boss truly have led him into a journey to conquer the world? Yes, he would. True name, it's Gilgamesh. He has independent action because he's ruler, he has anti-magic because he's Gilgamesh, and he has Gate of Babylon. I need to look at Noble Phantasms. Scroll past all of those. I will read those, maybe never. There are a couple things, other terms that I need to look into as well, just to have them. Noble Phantasm, a Heroic Spirit's trump card. The techniques themselves symbolize certain aspects of that Heroic Spirit's legend. Each one is unimaginably powerful. In order to manifest the true power of a Noble Phantasm, servants must say their true name when using it. I feel like that's a new rule, because I don't think that was ever the case, but it's cool when they do it. Because Noble Phantasms are intimately connected to their servant, using one carelessly poses the threat of revealing a servant's true identity. Let's see. Here we go. Sword of Heaven, Ame no Murakumo no Tsurugi. It's EX, and it's an anti-world Noble Phantasm. Which, again, doesn't mean the planet, it means the fabric of reality. A divine sword created in the myth of Susanoo and wielded by the legendary Yamato Takeru. It was brought forth from the tail of the eight-headed red-eyed beast, Japan's most fearsome dragon of destruction, Yamata no Orochi. That is to say, it is an embodiment of the various powers, both of heaven and earth, that were contained within the dragon's body. To use this Noble Phantasm is to momentarily become a god, which is why he has rank D in Divinity, or in other words, to become one with the world. This is where its true name, Sword of Heaven, Ame no Murakumo no Tsurugi, is derived. It is a type of divine construct. So it's not man-made, it is of the gods, and causes you to become a god when using it. By revealing their true name, Saber instantly gains access to godly power, the effect of which is up to Saber to decide. Were Saber to choose destruction, many would surely suffer all-enveloping devastation. Alternatively, the blade could be swung to move with the wind, just as in Yamato Takeru's myth, and put out the great fire that threatens to engulf all of Edo and its innocent inhabitants. The name Ame no Murakumo, literally meaning heavenly clouds, is derived from the strange mist that encircled Orochi's body. It was originally linked with the ancient god of the serpent-slaying blade of the records of Grand Historian. Other names for the sword include Kusanagi no Tsurugi and Kusanagi no Tachi, literally meaning grass cutter, because when Yamato Takeru used it in his most legendary battle, he cut the grass and realized he could blow back the flames that were encroaching upon him. It is one of Japan's 3 sacred treasures, along with the Yata no Kagami and the I'm forgetting the name of the Magatama. I can't remember right now. I hate my memory, it doesn't function. Yasakani no Magatama. There we go, I got it. Let's see. Dojigiri Yatsuna. It's anti-mystic. Ooh, that's new. or maybe not new, but I don't think I've recalled seeing an anti-mystic Noble Phantasm, something that is straight up anti-magic. The longsword that is said to have been used to defeat Shuten Doji on Mount Oe. This Noble Phantasm is constantly active, so it's just a magic-cutting sword that was used to slay an Oni. Particularly a very strong Oni, who again was an aspect of Yamato no Orochi after it was slain. So, yeah, this thing is meant for magic killing. Ox King Reversal, Frenzied Tempest, Anti-Fortress Noble Phantasm, and targets 500 people. Resembling both a Tsuchigumo Spider Demon and an Ox Ogre, the divine being that serves as Ushigozan's mount has its power momentarily amplified by Gozu Tenno's strength and performs a vicious strike. Everything in its path is pulverized by its enormous mass, thunderbolts, and raging tempest winds. So this is basically the reason why Ushigozan gets to be a rider. This is the beast that they can summon. A big spider ox ogre that tramples everything. Freaky. Here we go. On Ororikia Sowaka. Asahi Shogun. The mantra of the Bodhisattva. That one. Oh, right, it's I forget who it was. It was not Kanon. It was similar, though. Or was it Kanon Bosatsu? Basically, it was like a... I forget what Kanon stands for. Man, I studied the Bodhisattvas, too. I just don't remember. But basically, it's funny, because Tomoe goes and also invokes the same Bodhisattva in one of her Noble Phantasm lines. So again... Had I remembered, I would have picked up on this like 20 hours ago. The principal deity of Gichuji, the temple where Kiso Yoshinaka himself was buried. It is chanted as a slash of gleaming sunlight blazes forth. It is also known as that sun sword. In the tale of Heike, Kiso Yoshinaka was called the Shogun of the Rising Sun, Asahi Shogun, but there is no evidence of him using power similar to that of his Noble Phantasm. It could possibly be a special technique that is obtained after becoming a servant. So he was called the Shogun of the Rising Sun, but didn't actually have sun powers. But because he manifested as a servant, it's like, hey, since people associate you with the sun, here, have this sun power. Ooh. No second strike. I read this already, didn't I? And Gate of Babylon, yes, Treasury of the King. Edo sayings, I need Magecraft stuff. Because Spirit Font Conflict, no. Monsters, no. Kawadabant, no. Where's my Magecraft stuff? No, it's Waxing Moon Ritual. So we're not going to go over, did I miss it? Reality Marbles? Because that term has come up. I guess it doesn't come up in an actual conversation, just in the here. Oh yeah, the Moli. A type of medicinal herb that grows on a foreign continent. For whatever reason, it also grows along Edo's roadsides. Oh, is it because Kirke's here? It is said that when Odysseus visited Kirke's island, he was given this herb for protection against her magic by Hermes, the god of travelers. In the hands of the great witch Kirke, it can quickly be concocted into an anti-curse elixir. I'm guessing it grows here because she's here. Like, she changed the layout of the land. Yeah, so there's no reality marble, there's some terms that are still missing. Maybe we'll address it in the other route if it becomes more relevant. Anyway, I've stalled. Talk to me.
Musashi wa kono saki de matte iru. Ga, doushita? Nanika shitaku demo aru no ka?
Maybe? Oh, I can go home. No, I'm good. I have food. And I don't need to... Well, do I need to level up? I have 5 points. Kirke has points. Kirke can buy one thing. Sure. I still can't spend your points. Okay, so, like... I need to defeat humans still. But his digression is still out there, somewhere. Aria, I can't do anything with. Iori can get something. Alright, I can get more magic attack or more HP. This is complete. I keep going to these. These are also complete. My 2 dual wield stances are complete. I just need Arjuna to show back up. And Samson is gone. So basically, I need to do Arjuna's digression so I can finally learn his name and get his Noble Phantasm. And then just pump points in to get these last 2 skills. And then I'll be done with Wind Stance. And then I'm still working on this. And I just need 2 more from Li Xuan as well. I'll get this one because this is kind of necessary. You know what? I might as well get the rest here, right? That's 9 and 6. So, like, a couple. I'm not gonna bother counting. Grab that. Increase the number of hits and greatly increase the power of the finishing move. Cool. Alright, and this was locked also by... Oh, by Saber. Oh, because Saber is technically not in the party right now. Still gonna call him Saber just because that's how I know him. It's easier, it's a lot more concise than Yamato Takeru. And because I'm so good at speaking, I'm going to stumble over the name every time. So.
まったく好きにしてとは言ったけどね。本当に困ったもんだよ。
Yeah.
こうなった以上、悔いのないようやっとくれ。あんたのことも応援しておくからさ。
I'm gonna go all out.
ああ、それは心強い。
I'm fully healed. I have an EXP buff. I don't need the affinity gauge. Let's go. Where did the sun go?
より
It's suddenly night.
ああ、止めてくれるな、セイバ
Also, don't join me. This is my fight. I want this. Sorry, but I gotta do this myself.
言っただろ、許すと。心置きなく戦ってくるがよい。だがその代わり誓え、必ず生きて戻ってくると。
You know I will. You don't know that I'm fighting Musashi.
君にはまだ叶えるべき願いがあるはずだ。
I still don't know what it is. Iori still hasn't told anybody.
ー。元より道半ばで倒れるつもりは毛頭ない。
Unless you're just talking about destroying the Grail. At which point, yeah, we do need to do that first.
俺を信じろ。必ず生きて戻ってくるよ。
ならよい。
セイバー、俺からも一ついいか。
ん？
俺が戻った暁にはお前を真の名で呼ぼうと思う。
Oh.
聞こえたか？俺はお前を。
な
Wait, why is that your reaction?
君は何をやぶから棒に。
I mean, we've all known it for a while, and you finally announced it. So, like, might as well for a little bit?
筋の通った話だぞ。先の戦いで義に残ったものほぼ全てにお前の正体は割れている。
In fact, everyone did. Lancer was around. Musashi was around. That's everyone who's left, actually. There's just 3 servants. And Musashi's about to leave.
隠し立てはもはや意味も。
ダメだダメだ。君になど呼ばせてやるものか。
なんでだよ。
そこをなんとか。
だ。
Okay, but why though?
5章だから。
嫌だ。
頼む、セイバー。
I'm also wondering why Iori is so persistent.
しつこいやつめ。ならば一度だけだ。たった一度だけなら呼ばせてやらんこともない。特別も特別だ。感謝しろよ。
Why? Do you not like your name?
ありがとう。ここぞという機会が来たら呼ぶとしよ
Just to catch you off guard.
う。では、そろそろ行ってくる。見ていてくれ、セイバー。
ああ。
Sorry to keep you waiting, Musashi.
さてと、改めて名乗りでもあげとく？
いいですね。いささか時代遅れやもしれませんが。では、宮本武蔵が養子にして一番弟子、二天一流宮本伊織貞次。
Ooh. Seeker of the limitless sky.
ここに我が使徒の果たし合いを所望す。
よろしい。
You gonna go with your full name?
二天一流開祖、新面武蔵守藤原の春信。
There we go. There's the full name.
その挑戦受けて立ちましょう。いざ尋常に。
いざ尋常に。
勝負。澄み渡る天のごとく。
私が呼んだのか、英月が呼んだのか、はたまた武蔵ちゃんが単にやってきただけなのか。ともあれ、妙な目が
Alright, I want to get the dodge.
この勝負はなかったなんて考えもしたけどさ、あの二人ならいつかどこかで巡り合ってまた果たし合いを始めちまうかもね。見よう見まね。
I missed it.
そうかもしれない。剣の頂を目指してやまない。剣士であれば相手を認めるがゆえに勝負をつけることは先への定めか。
Haha.
見えている。吹きすさぶ嵐のごとく。終わりだ。
Haha.
火の型。
お会いに行く。
Did I even break your gauge before?
水の型。
受けてみろ。
Alright, let's eat a little bit.
真っ向勝負。よっよっ。行くわよ。
Oh, that's a slight problem.
味わうといい。
Oh, it's all my health. Oh, it's all of it. I can't outrun the beam.
空の型だ。
そうかしら。
Oh, haha, I was ready. Let's go.
吹きすさぶ嵐のごとく。
Oh, let's go.
火の型。
Come on, bring it.
捉えた。
Perfect.
空の型だ。
真っ向勝負。
Oh, this is such a cool fight, though.
やるね。武蔵ちゃんを相手にここまで。
これは弱いなどとは言えんな。
Alright, shell gauge back.
奥の手。どうさ。
Go in. Let's go fast.
空の型だ。決める。
Alright, that was poorly done.
鋭き水の流れのごとく。火の型。
That's a slight problem. What is that move, Musashi? I'm playing Toho now. Why do you have non-directional laser? Ouch. I'm fine. I want to dodge it.
決める。
すまん。ちゃんとやる。
終わりだ。これはどうだ。
That did knock you out of it. Let me just snack real quick.
もらった。 味わうといい。
Let's go.
決める。身が白道。
How? How are you still up? Oh, you're not. Woohoo! He's doing it. They're both thoroughly enjoying this. Oh no! I recognize what that's supposed to do.
危険。
Tsubame Gaeshi.
これは負けかしら。
He has a dual-bladed Tsubame Gaeshi. I was wondering where Kojiro was going to factor into all this. Oh, and the effect is super cool too. Hey, we finally finished the ring. Yo. Hiken, Tsubame
い
Gaeshi.
やー、それの二刀流とは恐れ入った。私でさえそんな手は考えない。
Because it's the opposite of what you
ま
practice.
さに絶好絶技、あっぱれな天衣無縫。見事なり、宮本伊織。でも、宿敵の秘剣を使うとかひどすぎない？それって師匠の二股じゃん。
Time to move on, huh?
男武蔵にちょっと同情しちゃうな。
師匠。
さーて、そろそろ行くとしますか。ありがとう。良き戦いでした。
See you in Olympus. And then not after that. Yo. Servant Iori Wen.
より
He has all the qualifications. He's an actual historical figure. He has a Noble Phantasm.
眠るにはまだ早い。後始末が残っている。より
ああ。
Man, to think that the Musashi of this world didn't crack open Sasaki Kojiro's skull, which allowed him to teach Iori a dual-bladed
何年の甲斐があった。
Tsubame Gaeshi, attained the pinnacle of Niten Ichiryu. Is it the pinnacle, though? Because Niten Ichiryu is the path that trends towards void, towards zero. Right? It reduces everything down to its, like, core form. Meanwhile, Kojiro's Tsubame Gaeshi is infinity, cutting into all possibilities to make an undodgeable attack. So it's the infinity to Musashi's zero. So how can it be the pinnacle of Niten Ichiryu when it's on the opposite end of the spectrum? I guess it's the pinnacle of Iori's Niten Ichiryu. Instead of two heavens being two swords, it's two styles. Ah, soaring swallow reversal, so it's slightly different. Because he uses two blades. changes the Void Stance Valor Strike to the technique learned from his master's rival. He uses 2 swords to unleash 6 simultaneous attacks. That's crazy because the initial Tsubame Gaishi is undodgeable because of the Nodachi that that Sasaki Kojiro uses. But 6? Also, I need to nerd out real hard about Tsubame Gaishi here because Tsubame Gaishi is a hilarious technique when you break it down. So I've mentioned the parallel operation of worlds, which is basically multiverse, which is a true magic that only Zelrekt has access to. Basically, it allows him to go to alternate universes for fun, because he learned, or he touched the root of the universe and thus knows the truth of everything. Tsubame Gaishi is a technique used by a dude who practiced so hard that the universe went, I don't get it, and broke, allowing him to deal 3 simultaneous strikes. It's like he's swinging, like, the point of the attack is he's attacking from 3 different directions with 1 sword. Space and time split apart that the 3 attacks come out simultaneously, impossibly so. He practiced so hard because he wanted to be like, hey, I want to cut the swallow out of the sky, but they're really fast and they dodge really fast, so I have to make an undodgeable move. So let me just practice this 1 sword strike until I make reality give up for the briefest of moments. And then Iori does it with 2 hands, with 2 blades. That's how crazy Iori learning this technique is. Because he can make reality give up with both hands for a moment. Like, it's not that he's attacking so fast that it's like 3 attacks come out simultaneously. It's they come out simultaneously because reality says, I don't know what's happening, but there's 3 of him in one place. It's like that. On the other end, Okita Soji's Sandanzuki, the 3-step thrust, is a similar technique in that it's meant to be unblockable as opposed to undodgeable. The technique is such that Okita Soji thrusts simultaneously in the same spot 3 times. So basically, the sword exists in 3 times simultaneously. Basically, it's no clipping into itself across realities. And because of that, again, the universe gives up and goes, I don't know what's happening here. And so the sword goes through because it just exists throughout every dimension. So it can't be blocked. So it's funny that 2 Japanese swordsmen, 2 Japanese servants, just went, I'm going to practice my sword so hard, the world is just going to let me do this. It's going to break the rules because I practiced really hard. I want Iori to meet Okita Soji, not just because I want Okita Soji. I love her. She's great. Also, she's voiced by Yuki Aoi, so give me more of her. But I want him to learn Sandanzuki. So that way he can do Tsubame Gaishi and Sandanzuki for an undodgeable, unblockable dual sword attack. I want it. I want it. Iori will become the strongest. And then have Shiro join in, or Emiya join in, and throw in a Takayuki Sanden, a triple in crane wings. So it's like doubly undodgeable with all the swords. Just give me that. I want it. It's awesome.
ようやくだ。
I hate this cup. Look at this. 2 creepy hands.
ようやくここに永月の儀が終わる。
I'm kind of surprised it's not more than 2 hands, but 2 hands is creepy enough. 1 hand is creepy enough.
さて、永月の器、これをいかにして壊したものか。
Use your Noble Phantasm, because you can literally affect reality with it.
切ろう。
Iori. I understand that seems like the obvious answer, but this is a magic cup filled with immense magical energy. You can't just drop it on the ground and be like, alright, we broke it. You need to thoroughly dismantle it with extreme violence.
切ろ
Saber, please.
う。いや待て待て待て。本当にすっぱりやってしまっていいものだろうか。
No, it's super not. This thing is super busted as a Grail. Okay? The corrupted Fuyuki Grail in the 4th Grail War was haphazardly attacked and spilled corrupted mud all over the city and burned it to the ground. I don't know what this thing will do because it is so borked. We cannot risk it. It must be safely annihilated by rending it with the world.
無論我が工具であれば一戦で両断できようが、この器
Yes?
アサシンやライダーの魂が入っているとなると、果たしてただ立つのみで良いものか。
Their souls aren't in there, though. Oh, well, they may be, considering this thing is busted.
なんだ珍しく弱気か
No, we just don't want to deal with the problems. Saber, please.
つまりわしの出番というわけじゃな。
Oh, what you gonna do?
じいさん心当たりでも
無粋なことを聞くでない。心当たりがなければわざわざ出てこんわ。
Okay, fair.
では何ができる？
円月の器我が身に取り込む。
You can just do that? What'll that do to you?
何
セイバーの弱気はむしろ正国よ。まさに正解。英霊の魂などという魔力の塊を収めるにしては、この器あまりに不完全にすぎる。
But you'll be able to?
下手につつけば魔力が弾け、辺り一帯吹き飛ぶのみよ。
See? I know about as much as he does. Maybe less. I'm not a book. Or am I? But yeah. Don't spill it. It's gonna be bad.
そこまでのものか
Yes, there's so much magic energy in there right now, and it's super not correct how it's stored. Plus, this thing is like smaller than a minor grail, or a lesser grail, as opposed to the greater grail in Fuyuki.
所詮は偽りの樹杯よ。器からして聖なる杯にはほど遠い。
See? That's what I'm saying. We're on the same page. Hey.
だがな、わしと同化してしまえばただの魔術書。
But what about you?
ゆえにすぐに同化しよう。しかるのち、わしごと器を切れ。
Oh. But I don't want to have to lose you.
それは
But Grandpa.
自害を選ぶかじいさん
青にさんや、生意気に老骨の決断に口を挟むでない。そもそもわしは長くありすぎたわ。
So what's the problem with that?
多くの人の手を経て、多くの国の攻防を目にし、多くの戦いの終わりを見守ってきた。その旅の果てがお前たちであったことは、わしにとって妨害の幸福であった。なかなか退屈しなかったからな。
攻撃。
形あるものはいつか壊れる。ならばそのいつかはわしが選ぶとも。イオリ。
Well, it's hard to argue with that.
紅玉の牢屋。優しい牢屋だな、君は。ならばせめて苦しまぬよう旅立たせるまで。
頼むぞ、セイバ
ー。では、イオリ。英月の器を取ってくれ。
ああ
Oh No, we're not. We're just gonna put it in my pocket for now. Oh, completed chapter 5. Oh. Is it the Shimabara Rebellion?
なぜ殺すのか。すがることさえ許されぬ。ならば
It's gonna burn it all down.
復讐するは我にあり。
I mean, I'd be like, why so angry? But he kind of has a lot of reason to be super angry. So, you know, just don't take it out on us. Or I guess that's what his wish is going to be, so it's going to take it on everybody anyway.
かの夜、青年の平穏は終わりを迎えた。月に誘われ集った者らと、刃を、声を、心を交わし、散りざまを見届け、夜道を見送り、そして今、月満ちし時、彼は願いを叶えんとする。
Final chapter, Flames of Resentment. Alright, well, they don't feel like letting us destroy this. Hi.
無様だね。
貴様。
いいのか。
Why do you have Kaya? Why would you do this?
カヤ。
動きたければ動け。
You play dirty.
また私は。
これが地獄の門を開く鍵。
Don't. John, how could you? Well, so much for that. We had a plan and everything.
Iori! Iori!
Yes.
Iori! 起きよ!
かよ。
かどわかされた。英月の器も奪われた。大切なもの一人守れぬとは。私は何のために。
Don't start blaming yourself now. We can still fix this.
泣き言は後だ。かやはいずこにいる。己、知恵門。
そうじゃ。ランサーに知恵門の仕業じゃ。書に過ぎぬ我が身が恨めしい。キャツらまたも奇襲をかけてきよった。セーバーは抗おうとしたが。英月の儀はまだ終わっておらぬ。キャツらの去った方角にて魔力が渦巻いておる。
We still have time.
だがどうあれ、ランサーを仕留めれば儀は終わる。
じいさん、奴らは二度カヤをかどわかした。
It's true. Why?
身内を狙い、マスターを落とすのが狙いかと以前は思ったが、もしやカヤに何かあるのか。
Do you know something? Because I know Saber knows something.
あり得る話じゃな。司祭まではわからぬが。
Well, Saber? Would you like to share with the class?
あれを見るのじゃより。まがまがしい木に覆われた空と。
Is that Edo Castle?
江戸城。
この間八州を流れる霊脈の合流地であり、風水における乱闘のケツ、守りの要。
It's gonna be tough to get in there, huh?
英月を掲げるに最もふさわしき場所よ。
How did you get in there?
あの汚れに覆われた城に奴らがいるか。
I mean, it's not normally defiled.
ああ、そのようだ。江戸の800野鳥を地獄とする。
I mean, he did say that.
いずれ江戸中が汚れに飲まれよう。あやつを止めるも止めぬもお前次第。いかがする宮本伊織。
まずは茅を取り戻す。
愛も変わらずか。じゃがそれでよい。英月の儀の達成にはまだ時がかかると見たぞ。
So you're saying I have time for digressions?
万全の体制を整えよ。しかるのち前例をもって立ち向かえ。
いおり。
ああ、セイバー。必ず成し遂げるとも。茅を必ず助ける。知恵門は殺す。
All right. Let me free.
今は支度を整えよう。
Ah, the story enters its final act. This will be your last chance to arrange items or acquire skills. All right, so we are right in front of the point of no return. Let me do all the things. Can I get anything else here? No. I'm stuck at level 4. Granted, I don't think I need to go to level 5, but yeah. Skills, Yamato Takeru. Ah, that is unlocked. Complete Saber's Memento Ring, heavy attack 6 up. Cool, I don't really have the points for that. What's cheap here? 7, 7, 9, 10. I still need skills. Let's go for the cheaper ones and see what I can spend. Skill Jewel. Is that good there? 7. Is this also... That's a 10. I wanted to grab... That's a 10. That's a 9. Alright, yeah. That's about where I'm at, huh? Iori, you have... You know what? These are all opposite, huh? Well, no, because Berserker goes to here. Saber goes to here. Lancer goes to... Did Lancer go to... Is fire? Yeah. And then... Who goes here? Archer. Am I gonna get an archer skill here? And then this is not assassin, this is... Well, actually it is assassin if it's, this is Sasaki Kojiro, it's just not rogue assassin. That's funny.